vote. Asingi tunyere beni Kalu. Ebe sere aziza. Ife no na wadugi. Eba na to vote. Sanya gina mmiri ofumano. Itunyere beni Kalu. Ebe sere aziza. Aziza. Waza wakagi. Ya wakagi. Ebe sere aziza. Ozitem nile. Aziza. Ibare nile. Aziza. Alai nile. Aziza. Umuweze nile. Aziza. Ọhaneze ndebende oro kwala n'ọdọ ngwanụ ka mpụta n'igwe n'afọ 2023 ka tụnyere ezigbota nwafọ enye mbụ Honorable Benjamin Okezie Kalu vote enye manyem la party APC ngọha esere azịza ma nwoke ma nwaanyị ma ụmụ youth ka o burukwa ya ụgbọ ya ahụ na-agala ihu Ben Kalu maka ọganihu bende Ben Kalu maka ọdịmma bende Ben Kalu ebe anọ akwa mmiri n'ime obodo anyị Benjamin Kalu
is Benjamin Okezie Kalu, representing the good people of Bende Federal Constituency. I am from Abia State. Arise.
From the hallowed chambers, his voice resonates crystal clear.
You say you shared money recently, and I represent the constituency, and there are 360 of us, and all of them are saying we are not feeling the impact.
He's the unmistaken voice of Undi Bende and the image maker of the House of Representatives.
Swept away houses and roads in communities like Mpa, Umimenyi, Uzita, and Bende. Mr. Speaker,
he's a committed, courageous, articulate, and deeply impassioned lawmaker with the plight of his constituents.
Joining me now on the political segment is Honorable Benjamin Kalu, who's the spokesman of the House of Representatives.
And Kalu's mandate gives you first-hand information on the activities of the member representing the good people of Bende Federal Constituency at the House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, as well as his position on national issues. And Kalu's mandate airs on Flow 94.9 FM and ABN Online Radio every Tuesday by 10:30 a.m. And Kalu's mandate, gains of quality representation.
Jolly on the beat.
Ala bende nile o Benjamin Kalu ebano Ndi bende nile o Benjamin Kalu ebano Ole banga bianyaka o Ebe sera aziza Ebe kanga bianyaka ni o Ebe sera aziza Ndi bende nile o Benjamin Kalu ebano Bende Federal Constituency Benjamin Kalu ebano Ebe kanga bianyaka ni o Ebe sera aziza Wakanga nebe sera aziza Ebe sera aziza Mami ga wait to go to give. I ga wait to go to mama. You know Benny Kalu. Ebe sera aziza. Mami ga wait to go to give. I ga wait to go to papa. You know Benny Kalu. Ebe sera aziza. Daddy ga wait to go to give. I ga wait to go to daddy. You know Benny Kalu. Ebe sera aziza. I ga wait to go to give. I ga wait to go to. Asingi tunyere Benny Kalu. Ebe sera aziza. Ife no na wadugi. Eba na to vote. Wani bero na wadugi. Eba na benyaka. Wasanya gina mmiri ofuma. Iga bebe sera aziza. Sanya gina mmiri ofuma no. Itunyere Benny Kalu. Ebe sera aziza. Ebe sera aziza. fanaru n'obodo. Owe fagaraga, ndị ọzọ nọ n'ọchịchị, onwere fanaru n'obodo anyị o. Mana anya fatanuma, Benny nọgoro n'ọchịchị, the difference is clear o. N'anya fatanuma ka ọ nọgoro n'ọchịchị, the difference is clear o. Nwanne, ngekwe ole ghara olenu, ife Benny na-arụ n'obodo. Ngekwe ole ghara ole, ife ndị ọrụ goro n'ime obodo anyị o. The difference is clear o, very clear. Okporo ụzọ n'ime obodo anyị o.
Benjamin Kalu, representing the good people of Bende Federal Constituency. I am from Abia State. Arise.
From the hallowed chambers, his voice resonates crystal clear.
You say you shared money recently, and I represent the constituency, and there are 360 of us, and all of them are saying we are not feeling the impact.
He's the unmistaken voice of Undi Bende and the image maker of the House of Representatives.
Swept away houses and roads in communities like Mpa, Unimenyi, Uzita, and Bende. Mr. Speaker,
he's a committed, courageous, articulate, and deeply impassioned lawmaker with the plight of his constituents.
Joining me now on the political segment is Honorable Benjamin Kalu, who's the spokesman of the House of Representatives.
Ben Kalu's mandate gives you first-hand information on the activities of the member representing the good people of Bende Federal Constituency at the House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, as well as his position on national issues. Ben Kalu's mandate airs on Flow 94.9 FM and ABN Online Radio every Tuesday by 10:30 a.m. Ben Kalu's mandate, chains of quality representation.
It's another Tuesday of a veritable engagement on national and state issues, and of course with the good people of Bende Federal Constituency. Good morning. It is Ben Kalu's mandate coming to you, of course, from Flow 94.9 FM, the Flow of Godson State. My name is Wisdom Thomas. Here we have the member representing Bende Federal Constituency at the 9th Nigerian National Assembly. I'm talking about Representative Benjamin Kalu. He is currently the spokesperson of the House of Representatives and the chairman, House Committee in Media and Public Affairs. Surprise, surprise, he is right here in the studio with me. Good morning to you, sir. It's good having you once again here in the studios of Flow 94.9 FM.
Thank you, Wisdom, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. And listeners, thank you for tuning in again today. It promises to be an interactive section once again. I'm happy to be here.
Oh yeah, we're glad to have you here in the studios as well. Quite a lot has happened. Let me start off perhaps from the trivia note. How has the journey been so far? The running around, the consultation, blah, blah, blah. How are you coping with all of that?
Yeah, I think before we go on with today's engagement, that it is only fair that we'll take 1 minute of silence to honor a colleague of mine, though he was running for Guba in PDP. But he's a colleague in this 2023 election, general election, who passed on. And it calls for us to give him the respect by dedicating 1 minute of this my program in silence for Professor Ikonne, who passed on. May his gentle soul rest in perfect peace as we ask God to console the family he left behind, his friends, especially the governor who had so much confidence in him. That God will give them the fortitude to bear the loss and comfort the family. We will always be here for all of you if you need us. May the Lord keep you, and may sounds of joy reign in your home after these tears. God bless you.
Amen.
Yeah, we'll respond with regards to what you just asked. How has the campaign been?
I mean, we've not got into the business, and I'm just trying to start off on that note. How has it been, the stress of moving here and seeing your people, before we get into the main issue right away?
Okay, yeah, it's been refreshing. You know, I love my people, and for the past 3.5 years to 4 years I've been in this position, I have not been far from the people. Unlike many who would like to come when it's time for election, I always find reasons to engage with my people. And I just believe that before going into full campaign, I was right for me to consult all these stakeholders that I have respect for, especially in groups, before we also go to them.
Let me not let you get into the main conversation right away, but it's not really looking like you're being stressed out. You've grown into the business and it's not really affecting you in any manner. But let's start from the national level. It's a journey, or I don't know which vehicle we are on this morning, but I'm the driver, and we'll start out from the national level. We will drive down to Flow FM, really, one after the other. Let's start from the national issues now. And that over the weekend there was panic and shared difficulty, especially in the part of Nigerians who were finding it outdoors difficult to access the new Naira notes, evident on what we saw with the ATM packed with so much persons who were awaiting keenly for that to come. But then the panic, the tension was doused as soon as that very report or the news, the announcement of the extension came before noon on Sunday. Let me get your reaction to that one. How did you feel at that very moment? Because obviously your people, Bender Federal Constituency, were still, I'm sure, a little bit involved in that very panic.
Yeah, it wasn't just my constituency, even myself as a representative was also affected, because we handle expenses from now to now and again with regards to people working for us at various locations. So when that deadline came, we were wishing that the extension will follow suit. Yeah, the extension came, which was a bit refreshing, but the question becomes, is it what the parliament is expecting? Because I as a driver, you said you'd be the one driving, and you started from the national, and being a member of the parliament, I will speak from that perspective as well. What is the expectation of the parliament with regards to the policy at the moment, which I've spoken about a couple of times, and also the extension is really what we're looking for. You see, the shock in the system was what we were worried about, that the implementation of the policy within the time frame that was allocated to it, my occasion, is a beautiful policy, I must say, but it need to be in compliance with the provisions of the law, which says in Section 8, Subsection 4 of the CBN Act 2007 that periodically monetary policies, major monetary policies, supposed to be discussed with the Parliament. Probably the committees, relevant committees in the House, in charge of finance and CBN, banking and finance of the country, engage with them and let them know that the reasons behind a particular public policies XYZ, and have them buy into it, so that we know how to communicate that across board to our constituents. But in this case, it appears that the Parliament was not aware of the reasons behind the policy and also the implementation timing. And it was on the basis of that the parliament is saying, with reference to Section 8, subsection 4 of the Civilian Act, paragraph 1, paragraph A, that you should involve us, let us know what is going on about this policy. And that was why the Speaker, the last sitting, through the ruling of the House, requested that the CBN governor or anyone delegated by the CBN governor to come and sit with the Parliament on this. And they went on to do the extension. But I've seen that the ad hoc committee chairman, the majority leader of the House, Honorable Ndododua, is not buying into it. He's saying, he's still insisting, come and see the Parliament first. Even if you are doing an extension, let us have an understanding of why this must be done now and why it couldn't be done later on. So that is where we are at the moment.
Just to chip in before I let you continue, in terms of the policies, it's been a whirlwind. I mean, mixed feelings and reactions across board, but for the ordinary citizens of the country and the elite feeling the brunt of some of these policies which has been made in recent memories by Governor Godwin Emefiele, and that leaves some persons thinking. There's been reports out there in the media that the members of the House would want to arrest him. Are you aware of such? Is it something that will happen? Is it something that you are in the know about?
Of course, most of the things that happen in the House, I have to be in the know because I'm the spokesperson of the House.
Oh, so I'm asking the right person at the moment.
The right person, and you're asking the right question as well. Yes, in the last sitting, the Speaker of the House explained the reason why the CBN governor needed to come and see the Parliament, and also cited relevant provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that empowers the Parliament to issue a warrant of arrest on anyone. The law says anyone who is invited by the Parliament and fails to come, including the private citizen.
So it's in the Constitution.
Yes, and it says that if you don't come to see us at the next sitting, I might be forced to sign the warrant of arrest to the IGP to take it up. So that is where we are now. And
is that still going to happen given the extension?
As of last night, when I engaged with the leadership of the House, no form of communication has been gotten from the CBN, either that he's coming in person or he's delegating someone. It's a risky ground to tread on, because if the Constitution empowers the Parliament to give that warrant of arrest, not even the President can stop it. And I'm sure Mr. President will not support the CBN governor in not obliging the request of the Parliament. So my message to those who are working with him and to him is to, what is there in going to see the Parliament? Are they going to eat you up? What is there? I mean, it's an arm of government. It's not an agency.
Not trying to overflog issues anyway, but you don't see it as a disconnect in terms of communication flow between the executive and, of course, the legislature in this aspect, because this has to do with the people.
No, it's not a disconnect at all. It's not a disconnect. It's about people, complying with rule of law.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's important that both the lowly placed people, the common citizens, and the people in power to respect the principle of rule of law. If it's in the Constitution, that is the ground norm. It's higher than any establishment act. When there is a conflict between an establishment act and that of the Constitution, the supremacy of the Constitution will always override the provisions of an enabling act, establishment act. So any reliance on what have been provided in the CBN Act of 2007 as against the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 99 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It's to the extent of such contradiction, null and void until the operation of the Constitution takes its place. So, the Constitution says we can investigate anyone. The Constitution said we should be able to look at efficiency of every agency, including the CBN.
Okay.
And the Constitution says if they fail to come when you request their audience, you can arrest them. It's in the Constitution. I think it's about section 60 or there. I'm not so sure.
Okay. We can only hope that the CBN governor would at least meet the legislature and talk things over, because it's in the best interest of the people. And of course, they are there because of the people, government of the people, for the people, and by the people. It's still Ben Kalu's mandate. And like I told you, surprisingly so, I have the member representing Bender Federal Constituency at the 9th Nigerian National Assembly live in the studio, and we've been having a chat all through, and we're moving away from the national now. We're coming back to the state, and not least to talk about the issue of the rally, the campaign rally of the All Progressives Congress standard bearer. He was here, I think, a week today, just possibly to talk to the people of Abia State and preach his plans and what he feels he's going to do, rightly so, when he gets into the office and all that. And then you said that could bring a little bit of unity in a body that seems to be disunited or having some level of factions there. I want to ask you, at the moment, do you feel that was really achieved via his coming?
Thank you very much. The coming tried a lot in bringing people together, but there are still gaps. I must say that we had a good outing, but there are still room for us to reach out more, to heal more wounds, because there are some strategic stakeholders who were not in that stadium that day. And these are like cell leaders who control certain parts of the state, and who also have great followership. Let's give respect to whom respect is due. Some people have invested their money to build followership base. And if for any acrimony or rancor, they are not part of what is going on, it will impact on the party. I will still use this opportunity to reach out to the leadership of the party for us to humble ourselves, come down from our horses, and begin to reach out the more. We still have time. 1 month is big enough for us to heal the wound and launch for the great kill.
That has to do with the national. Now let's talk about the state. Obviously, trying to tread with caution, leaving the issue of the Guba candidate, who the substantial candidate is in the long run. But let's talk about how capable your party is still at the moment, given that very issue. You mentioned that there is still room for improvement in terms of closing the ranks, trading horses, ensuring that everybody, including their team and supporters, are on the same page as we get into the business end of the campaign, which is the election, really. I want to know if you feel that your party is still capable of winning the most hallowed seat in the state. With all these fallouts around there, are they still in the running?
Of course. Like I mentioned before while I was there, but before I go on, it's important to know that it wasn't section 60, it's section 88 sub 2 that empowers the National Assembly to conduct an arrest, and I think 129 for houses of assembly. We need to clear that. Whether we are still energized to take over the state, the answer is yes, because whether you want to accept it or not, there is a problem in the PDP now that their candidate is no more. You cannot tell me that the best that was chosen in their own ranking passed on, and it will not cause a shock in their system. So before they recover from that shock, the miles achieved by our candidate will have taken a toll on their chances. And splinter groups in the major party in the states, they have not also fully come together. So what is happening in APC is also even happening the more in the PDP, you know. So, but I believe in that.
And that you think would give your party an edge?
Definitely. If we unite, the first to unite will take the state. The first to unite, the first to come together, will take the state.
How much have you followed the trail of the unity and the reconciliation? Have you tried to reach out to know how much they've progressed in that very aspect?
They are making effort, to be honest. They are making effort, because I've been called about 3 times, but I have not been chanced because of my activities in the field with my consultation that ended on Sunday, and also a visit to Abuja, and I came back just for this program. There's a team that have been reaching out, and they probably will be seeing me maybe on Thursday morning, and I'm sure they are also reaching out to other people. That is how it's supposed to be, so that everybody's wound will be healed and we can move forward. They're taking good steps. I just hope that they make it faster, because for the general election of the national election, it's about 3 weeks time. So let's work harder.
Okay, let's come back a little closer to Zwakoli now. Something uncanny happened, and which of course involved your campaign office, where it made the round that it was really attacked by some hoodlums, leaving trails of gun wounds on the wall, bullets there on the wall, and some things were destroyed in that very attack on that very building. I want to know how disappointed you are with that very event. Of course, we are preaching for a peaceful society, even as we get into the election, which would play a very key role to ensuring that there is that even the electorate are in sane mind to go out there and elect those they want. How disappointed were you when you learned of that very incident?
It's actually a show of weakness to use violence in democracy. It's not paining me because I was the one that was affected. It's paining me because we are not really working hard to be like other members in the Committee of Nations who have embraced democracy. Democracy abhors violence. The power is with the people, not with the gun. The power is with the people, not with the hooligans and the thugs. So if you are using the thugs and the gun against the people, because that is the office of the people, that is my constituency office, which belongs to every member of the Bende Federal Constituency. When you shot at that window, you shot at the people. When you destroyed the doors, it was the people you were destroying. And it's a show of weakness. When people are using content to campaign, you want to use threats to suppress. And how much of the people will you kill? Because I don't live in the offices. What I have achieved for Bende does not live on posters and billboards. It resides in the heart of Bende people. You can castigate me the way you want. You can shoot at me the way you want. You can do anything you want. But one thing you will not take out from the heart of an average, honest, unbiased Bende people is that I've placed the name of Bende on the global map, not only nationally. And I have also, won prizes in the name of Bende, in the things I've done. If you go through Bende, you see it has never been like this before, where a House of Rep member will build a number of roads that I have built, about 15 roads. A House of Rep member will build about 30 schools. A House of Rep member will be building 3 bridges with the Julius Berger standard. All over town, health centers and all the rest of them. This is not the time to mention that. But truth be told, from 1999 till date, no House of Rep member has beaten my record. So it is frustrating a lot of people who are jealous of this achievement, rather than learn from my selflessness rather than learn from my simplicity in leadership, rather than learn from my servant leadership approach to good governance, they are attacking us. And people want to give you the coloration that, oh, it was not only your office they attacked, they went to the street and they destroyed billboards. Let me come, wisdom. My office was the target because 1 minute away from my office is PDP office. 1 minute away you see APGA office. 1 minute away you see YPP office. 1 minute away you see Labour Party office. All the political parties are all lined up there, and none of them got a scratch.
That's why I'm asking you now right away, from your body language and how you are sounding quite distraught and disappointed by that. Do you have any inkling feeling of who could be behind that? Any idea of who may have gone about his own or her own campaign by bringing violence and attacking your office? Any idea of who may have done that?
Of course we do, but it's not what we mention on air. Because
the person behind that?
As long as we know it's a subject of investigation. But we grew up here. We grew up in Bende, so we know the nooks and crannies of Bende. We know who does what. We know what happens. It's only a matter of time. And all the people behind it, where they planned it, how they executed it, who paid for it, they are paid. Can you imagine a young woman wearing my t-shirt was approached by the same group of people and was told to give me a message that I should not drive on a particular road after so time because they like me, because I have worked hard, I'm a good man, but they have been paid. And because boys don't collect, boys must act. So both the person who paid them and themselves that was paid to commit it, we will find out. So giving it the coloration that it was IPOB or non-government or ESN, it's a lie. People hide under that to commit crime. How can ESN or IPOB fight a man who has been in the forefront in the Southeast asking for the release of Nnamdi Kalu? Nobody has granted interviews more than me, publicly saying that the peace of the zone will be more guaranteed if this young man is out. There'll be no need for a sit at home again and all the rest of them. I have been in the forefront on national televisions, granting interviews at Rice TV, AIT, NTA, telling them I want this brother to come out so that the place will calm down. They are not stupid. They are not foolish. They know those who are fighting them, and they know those who want peace around the region. So trying to rob it on IPOB, on ESN and all the rest of them, then the people are not buying that. We are tracking it down to those who paid, to those who mobilized them to go and destroy things in Bende. It's a kind of politics that has never come in Bende before. Why the rush? Why the anger? In 2001, I came to run for an office, and I was asked to wait, that it was Honorable Mbaja that will go. And I was angry, but I accepted, and I worked with him to deliver him. In fact, my house was already standing in 2002, but I gave him the ceremonial right to do, laying a foundation of my house. If he's listening to this radio, and all the leaders of the party then, PC Onyebu, PC Mba, not the rest of them, Chief Meregene, they will attest to what I'm saying. I followed him and campaigned around for him to win. In 2007, I wanted to run. When they say it was time for Ikwishi, remember Maja was from Mumunna. They say it was time for Ikwishi, I came to run. I was told that my elder brother, Chifa, was going for him to win before he was robbed of his victory. Then in 2011, I came, and I was in the ruling party in the state. I did not fight anybody. I did not even as much as take my opponent, Nenna use violence. I did not break anybody's door. So why is it now different that violence is being introduced to Bende? Bende is not where you bring violence. It will consume you because of what we believe in and who we believe in, which is God. That land will fight back anybody who came to shoot gun against brothers. Remember, I've always said, as my philosophy, we are first brothers and sisters before we become politicians, and we'll go back being brothers and sisters after politics. I have told my people who want to retaliate, don't retaliate. It is not time for us to do that.
Have you mentioned investigation there?
Yeah.
I'm sure that that has progressed so far. And are there measures to bring security around those places?
Definitely, the security agencies. I can tell you from the night it happened, from when I got a call, from 12 a.m. that night, Abuja was already activated, and the highest office with intelligence, with regards to the intelligence, they started working that night, and it's only a matter of time. The people will be revealed. So let's be patient. Let's not retaliate. This is to my supporters. If we go against those who have fought against us, I'm sure from 2001 till now that I've built Benjamin Kalu movement, I have a great number of supporters, more than most of the people running against me. If I say I'm unleashing the youth or unleashing my supporters on those who felt threatened by my achievement in this election and they want to use threat, they will run Bende down. But we're not going to do that. Everybody, keep your cool. We are pushing for peace in Bende, and nothing should stop that.
Well, it's good we understand that nothing like development would stem from an area in chaos or in anarchy. And so even when we try to play our politics, when we try to sway the minds of the people, it's very essential we understand that there is really no need for violence. And it's only one who is alive, really, that would enjoy the dividends of true democracy. It is still Ben Carlos' mandate, and of course I've been speaking with a member representing Bende Federal Constituency at the Nigerian National Assembly, and this morning he's here with me. But we are due for a break so we could gulp down some H2O, and come back better, and we'll continue the conversation. And you know how we do it. It's two-way traffic. We do all the talking at some point, and we get you involved, asked to hear from you, especially what is happening around you in terms of what we are looking at this morning. Stay with us. We will be back.
Is Benjamin Kalu, representing the good people of Bende Federal Constituency. I am from Abia State. Arise.
From the hallowed chambers, his voice resonates crystal clear.
You say you shared money recently, and I represent the constituency, and there are 360 of us, and all of them are saying we are not feeling the impact.
He's the unmistaken voice of Undi Bende and the image maker of the House of Representatives.
Swept away houses and roads in communities like Mpa, Umimenyi, Uzita, and Bende. Mr. Speaker,
he's a committed, courageous, articulate, and deeply impassioned lawmaker with the plight of his constituents.
Joining me now on the political segment is Honorable Benjamin Kalu, who's the spokesman of the House of Representatives.
Ben Kalu's mandate gives you first-hand information on the activities of the member representing the good people of Bende Federal Constituency at the House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, as well as his position on national issues. Ben Kalu's mandate airs on Flow 94.9 FM and ABN Online Radio every Tuesday by 10:30 a.m. Ben Kalu's mandate, gains of quality representation.
A promise fulfilled, isn't it? I'm telling you that we will be back in a very short while. It's still Ben Carlos' mandate here on Flow 94.9 FM. The Flow of God's Own State comes to you live from Flow 94.9 FM every Tuesday, 10:30. And at the moment, I have Representative Benjamin Kalu, member representing Bende Federal Constituency at the Nigeria National Assembly. He is here in the studio, and we've been on a journey. We are in Bende currently, and we have to continue from there. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for being here. Let us continue now. You have continued your house-to-house consultation, and then a lot of ovation. The reception has been very warm, the ovation quite loud when you are trying to meet with stakeholders and leaders from your area, Bende precisely, and one of which we are very much aware of, that of Mpa. They are very appreciative of the Emenkpa Bridge, and they have shown so much support to you and are promising as well that they would ensure that you return to continue your good works. How does that make you feel? Sense of fulfillment?
Thank you, Wisdom. It wasn't only Mba, actually. Mba was ecstatic. They were so happy. They were, jubilant. They were, very appreciative and show of gratitude. But beyond Mba, Item was joyous, welcoming, and they pledged their support to do more than what they did before. And if you recall, they gave the highest number of votes. When we got Ibere, it was a celebration because it was like my second time, and they came out in mass to receive us. It's just consultation, it's not yet campaign. And we took time also in all these communities to mention what we have done. In Item, we told them what we have done. Tibere, we told them what we have done, and these things, they speak for themselves. The facts speaks for themselves. It's not a jumbo manifesto that is not realistic. They have seen us implement what we preach. They have seen what we have done. They've seen what we are doing. Some projects are still going on as we are campaigning. Some people will stop projects once campaign bell is on. We decided we're not going to do that. We're going to walk till the last minute of this tenure. Uzuakoli was also a moment to celebrate. All of them were there. None was missing. And all around the whole Bende, we were very well received. At Ugweke, they stayed into the night waiting for us in their numbers. They stayed, it was like a crusade, so Itumbu's like another home, closest neighbor to Bende town. And then we rounded up Alai, also a place of my opponents. The place was so filled that I heard that some enemies of progress sent some boys to come and attack us while we were having our program. But when they got there, the goodness that we were exuding made them drop their tool, and they joined to benefit from what we brought, which was the goodwill from the House of Representatives. So on Sunday, we ended the consultation of stakeholders that took place at Bende, that is my hometown. And we were well received. They treated me like a prophet with honor in my own hometown. Ministers of the gospel came, and other leaders from various hamlets that were there. So having done that, the next is to, we have checked the acceptance. We have checked that they have given their nod for me to run for this position, which was important to me.
I'll let you continue. Some of them matched their words with action, really. Not just saying you are going back. Some of them brought campaign materials for you, especially in back. And I don't want to be the one to fit the words for you.
You must have read it. You must have read it on the blog. I had about 2 people, from Mba who came and gave, massive campaign materials, beautifully made, high quality campaign materials that I actually put on myself, and donated it. One young man, Kenneth Tonoka, a very young man, he said that my administration has blessed him, has made him to prosper, because of the road that we are constructing. And he came to show appreciation. And there's another engineer, I think it's Egwonwu, from Iwimeni, who also came all the way from Lagos to donate massive amount of campaign material. And his name is Nadozie, Engineer Nadozie, yes. So he came with massive campaign materials to support, and even said that that was not enough, that he was going back to bring him more.
What does that tell you?
It tells me that people have seen that I did not keep any money for myself. I use everything to do work for the community, and they want to now, the people are giving back to me. At Item, a man who doesn't want his name to be mentioned, gave me money, millions. He gave me money. It's an elderly man. He said, I want to support you, but I don't want my name to be mentioned. He gave me money in millions and said, use this to support yourself. It's been flying in left, right, and center. And it's not only in Bende. Outside Bende, some people, some Igbos, who sees that I have projected the name of our place high, have been pushing in funds to, just like I contributed money when Obama was running, because my children are all American citizens. So I felt that it was high time for a good man like him to lead America, and that was why I contributed. And the same thing, there's a gentleman from, I think it's Ozitem, who also donated about 5,000 posters to give. There's another gentleman from Ozitem who works in the bank, who may not like his name to be mentioned, who also donated cabs and t-shirts, and so he's been rolling in. People have eyes and they are seeing. They are seeing I'm not keeping the money of the federal constituency in the banks, because some of them look at the accounts. They see that I'm not stocking it anywhere, that I use it to work for the people, and the people are rallying around, bringing anything they can bring to make sure they support. Some are bringing wrappers that I give to women. They're bringing them in their hundreds to donate, to give to me, and say, give to the women when you go for your campaign. Some are bringing food and saying, feed the people who go with you on campaign. And that is what it's supposed to be. And it gives me that sense of fulfillment that Bende has finally gotten what we are looking for. And I will not take that for granted. I will make sure if they re-elect me that I'll do better than what I've done, because I can see the joy in their faces, and I wouldn't want that joy to dry up soon.
Interesting. Okay, we will open up the phone lines and get to hear from our listeners anyway. But before we do that, let me call the phone lines so you get your phone lines ready. 0808-26-949 or 0811-605-2949. You can equally send your message to 090-651-08289. You can go to Facebook, facebook.com/Flow949FM, and do well to drop your comments there. We'll go to the phone lines and hear from them. But lastly, more like a silver bullet now, are there still projects you feel your people should know?
Of course. As we speak, the solar power plant distribution of light has commenced. It's just that I asked them to extend it to a particular level where it will also get to my people, the place of my birth. It wouldn't be good for me to go to bring such a project that my people will not benefit from it as well. So they are working on that. As we speak, we are working on Amebu Health Center, which is we started 3 weeks ago, but it's almost at the roofing level at the moment. We're also working at the Civic Center, one of the biggest, at the roofing level at the moment. We have 2 schools that will be starting in Uzuakole any moment from now. And we have a road that we're about asphalting, at Uzuakole, that will be starting soon. And our Lai road that the rain affected last time, we are making preparations to go back to Alai to tidy up that road. So those are some of the things that we've lined up that will be going on while the election is ongoing.
Okay, let's hear from our listeners now. Phone lines has really been buzzing. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Do call back 0808-1826-949 or 0811-605-2949. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
My brother, good morning.
It's good to have you join the conversation. Tell us your name and location.
Thank you very much. My name is Engineer Network from Omaya. My senator, good morning.
Good morning, your House of Rep member. Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Please, sir. And we are hearing what you are doing independent. They are not from Bender, from Omaya, no. But this thing you are doing, some people have commented about it. I love it. Yes, sir. If you go back, please, don't fail to do a good work. Don't fail to locate a poor man. Don't forget any man want to go school, or any boy, any woman want to go school, please help them. That God will lead you until your second time. Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Still taking your calls and reactions this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, we're having issues with one of the lines. 080818269949 or 0811605249. Good morning.
Hello.
Can you speak up? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
We are struggling. We are really struggling to decipher what you are saying.
I'm from Lagos.
Go ahead.
I can swap for a low dry. And I made the one name who was Mama. Then with 1999 in Lapon by I got a by line. Is you go and then it gives you by some. Government, I'm going to go to Ria, young. And then I'm a quarter of organ.
Amen.
Thank you very much for your prayers and contribution as well. 080818269949 or 0811605249. Let me take this very message while I wait for the calls to put through. This one says, I greet you. I appreciate your good representation. Truly, you have one or two. It says you have 1 or 2 or 3 projects across communities in Benda Federal Constituency. And my question is, do you have any project ongoing in Umuhu Ezechi? It says, keep on with your good work. Day Sam from Igbere. Before I let you react, let's take one more call. Good morning.
Good morning, Wizzy.
Good to hear from you this morning.
Good morning, Chief Ben Kalu.
Good morning, sir.
Who say man no this is my name? I'm calling from my. Honorable, I must have to thank you for the way you're handling the issue of how your this thing that we had destroyed. I mean, your campaign office were destroyed at Uzagoli. So I still believe that we are doing politics in our Abia State in Nigeria. Politics has gone beyond destroying posters, billboards, and offices. Because what we are talking about is peaceful election and the best candidate amongst all of you guys that are hello?
Go ahead.
Okay. All we are saying that a peaceful campaign is all we need in Abia State. And the best candidate amongst all of you will win. Then I want to encourage you because you have been doing a good work when it comes to infrastructures, when it comes to empowerment. But we are fighting one of the two things. The roads you are building is the quality. I mean the quality of the road. I use the ones that from Ndiwo. If you are going to Ntalapu area, ISIS. So it has more problems. So if it's a good way, it's a good road, but unfortunately the quality of that road is not to me, I don't like it. Even the one, I don't know who did the one of Ugueke.
All right, thank you very much, Jose Manu.
That road is not, the quality of road is not standard, please. They should look into it and punch it back. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's get your reaction before we take a pull of more calls.
Yeah, thank you very much. The last caller, yes, I drove on that road yesterday as a portion. That road, 82 Law to Itumboza Road. We did it in sections by different companies and different agencies. You'll see one done by FEMA, done by FEMA again, done by Ministry of Works and Housing, done by I think another agency as well. So I noticed that the portion done by FEMA, I think it was the third or the fourth portion, that place was not good. I drove there yesterday because I traveled on that road to another state, to Uyo, and I saw the portion. I immediately called the FEMA head in Abia State. In fact, if he's listening to this, I called him and I told him that you need to come and see me. We have to go to that road because the portion that you handled, that portion was not well done. And he promised me they were going to come The same FEMA handled Ozitem that had issues, and the same FEMA handled Item Amoko that had issues. So I'm having issues with FEMA, and I've told them to come and see me. Let's see how we, review and fix this. Even also the petitions that have come to my office, I will not do anything but to allow it to get to the head office of FEMA, and also invite the head of FEMA in Nigeria to come and see us why their interventions are not permanent. So I am on top of it, and it's a good observation from you. But so far, it's not me that did the one at Ugweke. I'm not sure about the road you're mentioning at Ugweke, but I'm not the one who did it. The ones that we've done, go to Mba and Aziz and see the quality road we have done. Go to Bende and see what we have done, and other places that we are working. You see that the quality of the roads are good. But the ones that we asked FEMA to intervene, honestly speaking, I'm not so impressed with the finishing. But they are promising to go back, and we'll push them to go back before the rain. Then the second to the last person who called from Umahia, I agree with you. Thank you for the observation. Who say man no day. Politics has gone beyond poster tearing and billboard destruction. That is obsolete now. It's still a cake. If you're still tearing posters and destroying billboard, it means you are empty. You have nothing to give. So I encourage you to come up with subject, content issues, that affect the lives of them. How does tearing a poster impact on the life of Ndebende? How does destroying my office impact on the life of Ndebende? If we now go on a rampage of destroy my own, I destroy your own, in the crossfire, I don't know, maybe an innocent person is going to be affected. And I can tell you, I have enough foot soldiers, and everybody knows me in Bende, that I have enough foot soldiers to go for any attack to retaliate. But we will not do that. And I've been taking my time, spending my time calming their nerves down to absorb whatever that has happened and allow the security agencies to take care of what is happening. Thank you for commending the way we are managing this, because it's a show of true leadership. You don't lead with emotions, and because your ego is scratched, you now react. No, then you're not a leader. There's Sam from Ibere. Thank you very much for your kind words. Yeah, we have projects in Umuhu. We have built the palace of the last king that died. We try to provide a building there for them. We've also done their school. We're also busy with a borehole that's supposed to have started functioning by now. We have a road that has been approved by NDDC that will be starting there soon. Thank you, Chief Onyekporo from Lodu. Chineke ga-agọzi gị na agọrọ for ọganihu. Ọwụ ihu uru n'ụbara m unu n'ota na-ekpere Chineke na agọrọ for ọganihu ya. Ọ ya ga-eme ka nga Abuja na-enwetawu ihe ga-abara Bende n'uru. I thank you very much. I said, what are you doing in Bende? Don't allow anyone. Okay, thank you. The first caller called and said that he likes what I'm doing in Bende, and I should not allow anybody to intimidate me. No. We've passed that level. Having played politics here for about 21, 22, the people is my focus, and I'm focusing on them to better their lives, and focusing on threats will make us look outside. I'm just praying that God will hold my supporters from retaliating, and God will answer that prayer so that Bende will remain peaceful even as we go into this election.
Okay, so let's take just two more calls. I read your comments on Facebook, and we'll call it time on Ben Kalu's mandate this morning. It has been very fascinating, hasn't it? So let's...
Don't give me extra time.
Morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
My name is Sonny. I'm Miles Williams, and I'm calling from the University.
Go ahead. Are you...
Want to commend the man for his efforts at bettering the life of people. But I want to ask, my question is from a broader perspective. Considering the state of the economy, the ancient dollar to naira, the nominative security and all that, do you think the party has done well for Nigeria and deserves to be given a second chance, another chance? That's just my question.
Okay, thank you very much. One more call and the comments on Facebook, and we get his final reaction as we exit the studio. Morning. Hello, good morning. should I fix this? Okay, from Facebook, you say this one is coming from Precious Ugochukwu. It says, good leader. From Bond, Ike Udaha, we are proud of your giant strides, sir. Keep doing us proud.